Hi, I just wanted to make a quick video. I just had a miscarriage. I was just shy of 10 weeks. The baby passed away 3 weeks ago. And people I know have had miscarriages. And so when I found out at my ultrasound on Monday, I had already had a few days of bleeding. So when people told me, they didn't give me details about the actual process. So my midwife asked me if I wanted to do it naturally or with drugs or do a D&C. And I've been scared of D&Cs. I don't like medical procedures. And so I said, well, I'm bleeding already. I'll just do it naturally. I looked online briefly. It said it's just like a heavy period. And so here I am with the expectation. I mean, it's already bad enough you're miscarrying, but it'll just be a heavy period. Anyway, so my ultrasound was on Monday. That was day 4 of bleeding. Day 5, I was fine, just normal bleeding. Day 6, starting at 4 a.m., I started passing huge clots and just bleeding. I would go lay down in my bed, and involuntarily my body was pushing out these clots, so I'd have to run to the toilet. Some of the clots were as big as my hand, flat, but some were palm size, some were this size, but probably 15 clots during 4 hours coming out, blood, cramping. It felt like contractions. I've had 3 kids before. The contractions weren't too bad. My midwife gave me a prescription for Motrin, so I was on that, luckily. Anyway, just very traumatic, 4 hours nonstop passing, and I was thinking, I'm going to bleed out. I'm hemorrhaging. But another thing no one told me about before was that night I had a break from the bleeding, just very minor spotting. I thought, okay, everything's passed. I never saw a baby. I'm pretty sure it was in one of the clots, but I didn't go looking for it. So that night I started passing smaller clots, like probably this size, and the cramps were awful. And I mean, not as bad as having a full-term baby, but the cramping was bad. So I was happy that I had I'm pretty sure my uterus is clamping down after having a baby, because you did. It's just a different size. So more bleeding, more cramping. Bright red blood. I just thought, is this ever going to end? This was already day 5 of my natural miscarriage. So I was worried. I put a heating pad, tried to get as much rest as I could. I woke up this morning and hardly any bleeding, tiny little clots. And I've used my heating pad today, just minor cramping. So I just wanted to make this video. If you're going through a natural miscarriage, just beware. There are going to be huge clots, uncontrollable passing of them. It's traumatic. Make sure you have a support person there to help you. I'm happy it happened the way it did. I am glad I didn't have to be in a sterile environment for a D&C, but sometimes those are necessary, and maybe they might be less traumatic than my experience. But I want to put this video out there that a natural miscarriage can be like a heavy period for some, but for others, the stuff coming out was worse than childbirth for me. So I just want people to be prepared. Cramping can be bad. Make sure you have some good painkillers. Get a prescription for those, and it'll go a lot better. It's day 5, like I said, or day 6 now, and I'm feeling a lot better, feeling like I can be on my feet more. So I'm sorry that you have to go through this. I just wanted to make a video to help you maybe set your expectations up. I had no idea what to expect, and it was hard. So good luck.